Asterisk in the late 18th century, Europe was a continent in upheaval. The old order was collapsing under the weight of revolutions, wars, and political upheaval. Monarchies trembled as the French Revolution tore through centuries of tradition, and a young, ambitious general named Napoleon Bonaparte was poised to reshape Europe under his iron will. Amidst this chaos in the Jewish ghetto of Frankfurt, Germany, lived a man whose quiet genius would come to rival even the greatest leaders of his time. His name was Mayer Amschel Rothschild, and he was determined to build a legacy that would outlast kingdoms. Mayer Amschel's beginnings were humble. He ran a small coin and antiquities shop, yet he possessed an extraordinary understanding of money, credit, and human nature. He saw opportunities where others saw only instability. To him, wealth was not just possession, it was influence, power, and foresight. Recognizing the importance of spreading his reach across Europe, Mayer Amschel trained his 5 sons meticulously, each in the arts of finance, negotiation, and diplomacy, while imbuing them with the principle that secrecy and speed were as crucial as capital itself. The Rothschild sons were dispatched strategically across Europe. Amschel remained in Frankfurt to manage the family home and operations. Salomon moved to Vienna, the heart of the Habsburg Empire. Nathan went to London, a city on the cusp of becoming the world's financial capital. Karl settled in Naples, Italy. And James established himself in Paris, the epicenter of revolutionary and Napoleonic France. This network of brothers formed a web that spanned the continent, connecting governments, merchants, and armies in ways that no one else could match. Europe was at war. Napoleon's campaigns moved like lightning, and nations struggled to fund armies that could withstand his brilliance. Wars are not won by generals alone, they are won by money, logistics, and intelligence. Nathan Rothschild in London understood this better than anyone. Britain was financing coalitions against Napoleon, and every shipment of gold, every bond, every military contract was a critical element in the outcome of the war. Nathan cultivated a network of couriers, spies, and informants that allowed him to receive news faster than any official government channel. While kings and ministers waited for slow messengers to arrive, Nathan already knew the outcomes of battles and the movements of armies. One of the most legendary episodes illustrating the Rothschilds' cunning occurred during the events surrounding the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. While historians debate the precise details, the story remains iconic. Nathan Rothschild supposedly learned of Napoleon's defeat through his network before the British government or the general public did. Realizing the potential to influence markets, he acted strategically. He began by selling British government bonds, creating the illusion that France had triumphed. Panic spread among investors, bond prices plummeted, and Nathan quietly purchased vast amounts of undervalued securities. When the truth of Napoleon's defeat became public, the bond's value soared, and Nathan's fortune multiplied almost overnight. Whether legend or reality, the story symbolized the Rothschilds' unmatched ability to transform intelligence into power. Meanwhile, the other brothers played equally crucial roles. James in Paris maneuvered through the volatile politics of Napoleonic France, lending funds to governments and businesses while staying just out of Napoleon's reach. Salomon in Vienna strengthened ties with the Habsburgs, providing financial instruments that allowed the empire to sustain prolonged warfare. Karl in Naples supplied critical funding to Italian states, navigating the intricate web of local politics. Amschel in Frankfurt coordinated the family's operations, ensuring that capital flowed seamlessly across borders, avoiding blockades, tariffs, and the chaos of war. Together, they formed an invisible army of finance that often outmaneuvered even Napoleon himself. The Rothschild strategy relied not just on information, but on timing, secrecy, and psychological insight. Governments depended on their loans, yet the family remained discreet, never appearing overly powerful. Their wealth was the sword behind the throne, unseen but undeniable. Napoleon, the man who conquered Europe with armies, could not conquer the invisible networks of money that the Rothschilds commanded. In many ways, they had achieved what armies could not: control over the very flow of European capital and the confidence of nations. Treasuries. After Napoleon's defeat, the Rothschilds turned their attention to peacetime enterprises. Europe, though recovering from war, remained fractured and in need of infrastructure, investment, and industry. The Rothschilds financed railroads, mining operations, and new enterprises that connected economies across borders. Their influence extended beyond banking. They became arbiters of economic policy, behind-the-scenes architects of modern Europe. Through careful marriages, strategic alliances, and prudent lending, they consolidated power while maintaining an aura of mystery. Few could rival their reach, yet even fewer truly understood its full extent. The family's secret lay in foresight and networked intelligence. By spreading their operations across multiple countries and maintaining constant communication, they could respond faster than governments, anticipate crises, and exploit opportunities with precision. Wars that bankrupted nations enriched the Rothschilds, yet they also provided stability when it was most needed, demonstrating a complex blend of pragmatism, ethics, and shrewd calculation. They understood the subtle art of influence. Sometimes the most effective power is invisible. By the mid-19th century, the Rothschilds were no longer just bankers, they were financiers of governments, funders of empires, and influential players in international politics. They had outsmarted one of history's greatest military strategists, not by swords or cannons, but with foresight, intelligence, and unerring financial acumen. Napoleon had conquered lands. The Rothschilds had conquered economies. Their story was a testament to the power of information, the importance of strategic vision, and the unmatched leverage of wealth combined with discretion. The legacy of the Rothschilds endures because they demonstrated that true power often lies in subtlety, strategy, and patience. They showed that empires may rise and fall, but knowledge and capital, when wielded wisely, can shape history itself. From a small coin shop in Frankfurt to the palaces and treasuries of Europe, the Rothschilds proved that vision, intelligence, and courage could achieve what armies and generals could not. They outsmarted Napoleon, not through battle, but through brilliance, foresight, and the quiet but irresistible force of money. In the annals of history, the Rothschilds remain a symbol of financial genius and strategic foresight. They remind us that power is multifaceted, that influence can surpass armies, and that in times of chaos, the clever and the prepared can shape the fate of nations. Their story is not just one of wealth, but of vision, courage, and an understanding of the human desire for security, prestige, and prosperity. While empires crumbled around them, the Rothschilds thrived, an enduring testament to the power of intelligence, strategy, and the inexorable flow of capital.